Ilia, stop running, Ilia. Stop running, Ilia. Good boy. I'll make it quick, no worries. Good boy.
No, I can put the bets. I can put like a half a million if he beat me. If I beat him, he's gonna give me a half a million. So I can put it that.
Okay, so he's willing to make handshake bet.
If he wants to make that, so I'm down, and we can shake hand fight. If I lose, I'll give him $500,000. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000.
That's big words right there. Patty Pimblett ain't throwing numbers around like that. So I think the fight game likes when these fighters make those big side bets like that. And
Yeah, we can. If he wants, we can make that bet. So if he believes himself like 100%, he's gonna say yes for sure.
that's some
Absolutely.
big money.
Вот очень многие отмечают, что у Ильи очень отличная защита от тейкдаунов, и он умеет вставать, если там его перевели. А вот как ты считаешь, учитывая твой уровень борьбы, феноменальный, я бы сказал, уровень борьбы, смог бы ты продержать Топурию вот раунд на земле?
Ну, однозначно, я думаю, что смог бы. Перевести точно перевел бы, но он такой маленький, короткий, ему таких наоборот тяжело удерживать. Да. Перевести перевел бы, но вот удержать 5 минут не знаю. Даю, увидим. Ну, я люблю работать локтями, мне не нужно там все 5 минут держать его, если я попаду один раз хорошо локтем, и мне уже будет намного легче драться.
Right?
It's a bad decision for him. He has no chances. Like first minutes of the fight, what he's gonna do? Go for the takedowns, bro. Come on.
On that, like, what do you see the holes in Ilia's game? Because Ilia looks like most people, if you're just watching him now, you think he's a striker, but he came into MMA as a grappler. But what are the holes you see in his game? I'm curious.
I mean, he's a good striker. Not good striker. He's a good boxer. But I feel like myself, I'm a better like a MMA fighter than him because I have more. I'm more skilled than him. I got good kicks, knees, like wrestling, setup, boxing with wrestling against the cage, grappling, everything. He has just good. He has good boxing, and that's all. So, that's why I feel like you gotta just keep pressure him, take him down, make him tired because he's gets out so fast with the wrestling. If you're just gonna stay and try to box him, it's not gonna work it because it's his pace, and you gotta break it. You gotta make him tired. Like if you watch like fights where he wrestled, he got tired and so fast, and that's why we gotta make that scramble.
The lightweight division just got louder and more personal. Arman Tsarukyan has fired shots at featherweight champ Ilia Topuria, teasing a potential super fight and accusing him of dodging the challenge. In a recent viral clip, Arman mocked Ilia for running from the matchup, stirring up serious tension between two of the UFC's most exciting names. Fans are already buzzing about what this clash could mean for both divisions. Dana White weighed in on the rising heat, saying Arman is right back in the mix if he stays focused, but warned that mistakes like missing weight could mess things up again, like it did in the fight versus Islam.
With Arman Tsarukyan weighing in as the backup, is he getting back in the good graces with you and the...
Well, it's not about getting back in the good graces. It's about, the guy had the opportunity to fight for a title and didn't make weight. It's just, you couldn't fuck up anything worse than that. But he proved, now that he's not fighting for the title, and he was here as a backup fighter, he made weight, so it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Ilia Topuria recently shut down rumors of a potential fight with Arman Tsarukyan, stating clearly that Arman isn't even on his radar. Instead, the new lightweight champ revealed that he's eyeing bigger, more marketable names like Patty Pimblett or Justin Gaethje for his next move. Ilia made it clear that he's focused on legacy-defining bouts and sees no value in facing someone who doesn't boost his star power and misses weight. According to Topuria, Arman hasn't earned the spotlight yet due to his past issues of not making weight, and until until he does something truly notable and become a bit more active, he won't be part of the championship conversation or Topuria's future plans.
Seriously, who do you think you'll be, the UFC will give you next? I'm curious because there's a lot of guys.
I don't know. I think that they are going to try to push for Justin. This is what I think. Or maybe Patty. There's not even conversation about Arman.
At the same time, however, Ilia doubled down on his confidence as champion, saying he doesn't care who the UFC lines up against him, especially if it's someone as dangerous in the ring as Arman Tsarukyan. He said if the UFC called him on the spot and told him to fight this weekend, he'd show up and get it done. Ilia made it clear that he's always ready, no matter the opponent or notice. Whether it's Arman, Patty, or Gaethje, he believes he's on another level and doesn't need months to prepare. In his eyes, true champions don't hesitate, and he's ready to prove it anytime, anywhere.
You're here.
Even if they wanna call me right now and tell me that it's Arman this Saturday, I don't care. I know what's gonna happen.
How much happy, if we would have talked on a Monday before the Holloway fight, which I think we actually did talk about, how your mood right now and how you're feeling compared to Monday before featherweight, is it just dramatically different?
Dramatically different. It's right now I feel good. I feel happy. I still I'm able to keep eating, keep drinking. I didn't have to kill myself until this point.
Right.
Of course, the fight week is always tough. It's always hard. But you can't even compare. That extra pound gave me life.
In opposition, Daniel Cormier recently voiced his support for Arman Tsarukyan as the most legitimate contender to face Ilia Topuria, saying he would choose Arman over both Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje without hesitation. DC emphasized Arman's elite skill set, cardio, and toughness, arguing that he poses the most dangerous challenge to Topuria. He questioned the logic behind pushing Pimblett or Gaethje ahead of Tsarukyan, suggesting it's more about hype than merit. For Cormier, Arman has earned the opportunity through his performances, and he believes fans who overlook him are missing the fight that would truly test Ilia's championship status.
I don't understand how anyone in this weight class can say that they should get a title shot over Arman Tsarukyan. He was the #1 contender for the last year. He was in line to fight for the belt in Los Angeles, and then it didn't happen. It was because his back went out, right? Some people were saying it was a weight issue. Well, today he stepped on the scale as a backup fighter and looked in phenomenal shape. It just feels like Arman Tsarukyan should be next to fight for the championship.
Although Paddy Pimblett did not hold back when dismissing Arman Tsarukyan as a genuine title challenger. In his blunt style, Paddy claimed he could thrash Tsarukyan and argued that Arman doesn't deserve a spot next in line. He pointed out how Arman chickened out when offered a fight with Islam Makhachev, saying if someone shrinks at elite competition, they shouldn't be rewarded with a shot at Ilia Topuria either. According to Pimblett, Arman's hesitance around top-tier matchups disqualifies him from the elite conversation. He feels Ilia deserves better, and that including Arman is more about filler than fairness in the featherweight title picture.
There are other contenders as well. Are you having conversation with the UFC about maybe a Gaethje fight or maybe a Tsarukyan fight?
I'd fight anyone, as you know. I'm not asked. Just Arman's a very good fighter, but no one cares about him. You know what I mean? People just look at him and think, yeah, you shit yourself to fight in Islam. You talk a big game, but you don't back it up. But everyone knows Justin Gaethje's a fucking banger. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that if you're fighting Justin Gaethje, you're gonna have a fight. So, and he's a legend. You know what I mean? Arman isn't. So I'd love to fight another legend than Justin Gaethje.
Arman Tsarukyan didn't hold back when asked about Paddy Pimblett possibly fighting Ilia Topuria. He said Paddy doesn't even belong in the top 10 and should be taken out of the rankings. Arman questioned why someone like Paddy, who hasn't beaten any top fighters, is being talked about for a title fight. He called it unfair and said the UFC should give title shots to real contenders who've earned it. In Arman's words, fighting Ilia should be for the best in the division, not for someone who's just popular. He thinks Ilia versus Paddy makes no sense at all.
You gotta delete him from the rankings. Even he's not even deserved to be in top 10. He beat last 3 guys. Chandler, he had 3 losses. It was Bobby Green, he had 3-4 losses. It was Tony Ferguson, he had 8 losses. That's crazy. And you wanna bring that guy to fight for the title is 8-0, 2-0.
Oh, that's pretty bad when you put it that way.
Paddy Pimblett took another jab at Arman Tsarukyan, using Dana White's past criticism to back up his point. Paddy mocked Arman for missing weight ahead of one of the biggest fights of his career, saying that a fighter who can't even hit the scales properly doesn't deserve a title shot. He brought up how Dana White publicly scolded Arman, calling it unprofessional and disappointing. According to Paddy, discipline starts with showing up prepared, and Arman failed that test. He argued that Dana's comments prove Arman isn't ready for championship level responsibility, especially when others are putting in the work.
He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad.
Do you think he actually got injured or no? Or what do you think happened?
No, he's a little bitch ass. Dana shot him down in that interview. I was like, whoa.
You miss opportunities sometimes, and he did.
Arman, you shit your pants. Know what I mean? That's what you did. You farted and followed through, and had shit coming down your leg.
Speaking to DC, Arman spoke out about the buzz surrounding Paddy Pimblett, saying it's ridiculous that Paddy is even in the title conversation. He believes there was no doubt he was the true #1 contender until Joe Rogan accidentally stirred things up. After Ilia Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira for the lightweight title, Rogan mistakenly called Paddy into the octagon, creating unnecessary hype. Arman thinks that moment gave Paddy exposure he didn't earn, and shifted attention away from real contenders. In Tsarukyan's eyes, the title shot should be based on skill and results, not a mix-up on live TV, and while it's true that Paddy brings in more hype, Arman believes he has more merit.
That happened.
They can do whatever they want.
Ilia Topuria recently gave his take on the back and forth between Paddy Pimblett and Arman Tsarukyan, and he didn't hold back. Ilia warned Paddy not to mess with Arman, saying that stylistically, Tsarukyan is a nightmare matchup for him. He suggested Paddy would be better off chasing a fight with Justin Gaethje instead, calling it the easier route. According to Ilia, Arman's wrestling and pressure would overwhelm Pimblett, exposing the gaps in his game. He emphasized that while Paddy talks a lot, stepping in with someone like Arman would be a brutal reality check he might not be ready for.
So if he wants to assure his title shot, he has to fight with Justin Gaethje, because if he fights with Arman, I think that Arman's going to beat him. So the easiest path he has right now to get the title shot is Justin.
Okay, thank you.
Stylistically.
Thank you.
Arman Tsarukyan believes he has the perfect style to beat Ilia Topuria. He pointed out that Ilia hasn't faced any elite wrestlers yet, and said that once they step into the cage, Ilia will realize what real pressure feels like. According to Arman, even some of the lower-ranked featherweights gave Ilia trouble in the wrestling department, and none of them are on his level. Tsarukyan plans to use relentless takedowns, chain wrestling, and top control to break Ilia's rhythm and wear him down. He's confident that once the fight hits the mat, Ilia won't have an answer. A few months ago on the PBD podcast, Ilia Topuria was asked about a potential title fight against Arman Tsarukyan. Ilia responded calmly, saying he wouldn't mind the matchup if it made sense for his career. He didn't see Arman as a major threat, but didn't rule him out either. Patrick Bet David chimed in, saying the fight would be interesting because both fighters are young, hungry, and highly skilled. Patrick noted that clashes between rising stars like Ilia and Arman are what fans live for. The idea left the door open for a future showdown between the two.
Fight Arman, the one that's first place right now behind.
I think that he needs to build himself a little bit more. But if the UFC tells me that
you're good with that as well,
it's for the belt.
You'll take anything right
who
now,
I
as long
am
as you're going to get the chance. Got it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. The thing with him is he's 28 years old. You guys are similar ages. He's also young.
Yeah.
Charles is 35, so 28. This would be.
He needs one, 2 fights.
He needs 1 or 2 fights before he fights you. He's Armenian, by the way. You ever fought an Armenian?
What?
Have you ever fought an Armenian?
No.
No?
We Georgians have a great relationship
with Armenians.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends.
Armenians. You look Armenian. Like I mean, you look. You're a good-looking Armenian.
Arman Tsarukyan made it clear in a recent interview that he doesn't care who the UFC puts in front of him, whether it's Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, or anyone else. He's ready to fight. What matters most to Arman is getting his shot at the title. He said he's already proven himself against top contenders and isn't interested in picking and choosing opponents. For him, every fight is just another step toward the belt. Arman believes he's earned his place and is willing to run through anyone to get that title opportunity, making his intentions for UFC Gold crystal clear.
I don't care about Gaethje, Petty.
I just need to fight for the title.
Yes, there it is. You wrote. By the way, I have to say,
Yeah. If UFC say like a fight for with Gage, I'll take the fight and as soon as possible, and then fight with Ilya.
okay, you would be open to that.
Yeah.
What about
No
Patty?
problem. Easy money.
Which one, Gaethje or Patty?
Both of them.
But what do you think happens? How do you think this actually plays out? You think your next fight is against who?
I think I'm gonna fight for the title next fight, Paddy versus Gagey. So I'll become a champion and then fight with probably Paddy.
Arman Tsarukyan has been grinding behind the scenes, training hard, and sharpening every aspect of his game. He revealed that he's been fully locked in with his coaches, focusing on both his striking and wrestling to prepare for whatever challenge comes next. Arman says this camp has been one of the most intense of his career, and he's leaving no room for error. With eyes on the title, he knows there's no shortcut to the top.
What's the camp been looking like so far? How are you staying in shape? How are you training every day? How are you looking at what you need most?
Right now, I'm not in the camp. I just train, learn something new. I like to work with good coach and different style, and I always wanna be like I always wanna learn something new, get better every day, and like Bernardo showed me like some good technique on the ground, and he has a little bit different style, and I feel like my jiu-jitsu game is getting better every day, and here's a lot of good sparring partners, good grapplers.
This showdown is heating up fast, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Whether it's Arman, Ilia, Patty, or Gaethje, someone's legacy is about to change. Arman's hungry, Ilya's confident, and the fans are ready. Who deserves the title shot? Who's just talk? Let us know your take in the comments. Hit that like button if you're hyped for what's coming. And don't forget to subscribe for more Fight Night drama, expert takes, and all things UFC. The story is just getting started.